This area is littered with acorns. It's literally raining and raining acorns. I don't know if you can see that behind me. Literally right there. The giant rattlesnake. I just stepped on that thing. I cannot even believe that I just didn't get bit. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, August 12th. We need to get some cameras up. We've been getting ready in a bunch of different ways this year for this upcoming season. We got some new gear. We got a new crossbow scope. CV Life sent us that. We got some new gear from New View Hunting. This is actually the backpack that they sent us to try out. This is the 80L. Right now, all we have is a bunch. I think we got like 5 cameras in there, some waters, chip reader, and some extra chips. Really like all the support you get. Bunch of different pockets. My old bag had this support right here, which when you're carrying in a bunch of weight is a big deal. It keeps your pack from like riding back down, and if it rides off your shoulders, it'll actually loosen some of your straps up. So super happy with this so far, really like it. Can't wait to test it in the field this year. Basically where we're at right now, I'd say we got about 1.5 miles to get up to the top of this ridge. From there, we're actually gonna set 3 different cameras out. I was out here in the early spring looking for sheds. I did find a couple sheds, found a ton of signs. We got a bunch of different cameras. We don't do anything too fancy, so I'm going to kind of show you what we're using at what setup. We have this piece of public that we're setting the camera on, another piece of public we're going to set a camera on, and then we have a piece of private that we want to get a camera on. So we'll be setting up a total of 5 cameras today. Let's get to it. Alright, so we made it to the summit. It's about 1 mile, maybe 1.25 miles to get to the top of this ridge. As you can tell, there's a lot of oak trees up here, and so far we're seeing a lot of new acorns from this year. That was one of the things that drew me to this area, why I was scouting earlier. There's a lot of oaks in this area where there wasn't, or acorns where there wasn't before. So we're just gonna take a second. It's been a long summer. We're out of shape. We're gonna break down, have a little water, and take a breather. We got 3 different cameras we want to set on this ridge. I got spots marked this spring on Onyx, so let's take a quick breath and get after it. All right, so it's about noon today. It's about 73 degrees. It is really muggy. I mean, there's rain off and on today. That's one of the reasons we wanted to get in here and set cameras up. Basically, it's really quiet walking through here. There's a ton of acorns, which is great. We're about 400 yards from where I want to set the first couple cameras. Really like this spot when I was here in the spring. So let's just ease back there, see what it looks like now. I don't know if you can see that behind me. Literally right there. The giant rattlesnake. I just stepped on that thing. I cannot even believe that I just didn't get bit. I'm shaking so bad. I literally just stepped on that thing. That is insane. That's the first time I've had a run-in like that in the woods. That thing is 4 feet, probably. 3.5, 4 feet. That's insane. Okay, the rattlesnake is over there. We're headed out of this mountain laurel. I just realized, talking to Mark, that we're on probably a south-facing side. It's getting a lot of sun right now. That thing just startled me as much. I think I startled it as much as it startled me. I'm sorry, I can do anything. I can't do rattlesnakes, especially with my kid. So what we're gonna do, there's a tree line up there. Looks like it's back to hardwoods and like some underbrush. Get out of this laurel. We're gonna carry a stick and poke around until we get up there. Just poke in front of us. And then we'll get back to, hopefully on the other side of this is where I wanted to be, and there's no mountain laurel. I'm fine with timber. I can see farther. I was just plowing through this and literally just stepped on that snake. I cannot even believe it.
I'm so shaky right now.
Yeah, I'm shaking. Man, so we're just gonna poke through, find the best trail we can, make as much noise as we can, and give them a warning that we're coming through. We're gonna try to get up to that tree line right there. It's about 75 yards still. But we're more in than we are, like, we can't go back. There's so much behind us. Let's just ease through here.
Okay. Do you want me to keep recording?
I'm gonna get a bigger stick. I'm gonna get a bigger stick if I can find one, but this is what I have for now. We're just gonna look now. We're gonna take our time, and we're gonna pay attention to where we're walking. When we step over this log, we want to make sure too.
Yeah. I don't like me personally, I like snakes, not rattlesnakes. What happens if we come on another rattlesnake?
Take your time, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna listen as we're making noise. We're trying to find the best trail, the most openness. All right, so we made it to where I wanted to set this camera up. First thing I'm going to do is mark this on Onyx. I do not want to be coming in the way we just did. We ended up coming around this way, and that's where that rattlesnake was. And I'm not about that very much, so I'm going to drop a better pin. I am looking for the camera app. And then the reason we like this spot is there's two good trails that came in here. And when I was here this spring, there was a bunch of all the new growth, new trees, bushes. All the browse lines were way down. So we're going to mark this spot. We're going to get a camera up here, and we're only going to put one over here now just because we ran into that snake. We're going to head to the other side where I want to get the second one up. So we got some ground to cover. I want to get back up to where I'm familiar before my battery dies. Forgot my charger. So let's get this up, pointed at this trail. There's two different trails that converge right here. And let's get out of here. Alright, this camera is just a Bushnell. Bought it back in the day. It takes 8 batteries, SD card. We tried all these at home before we brought them out. Just going to set this up, see what it does. Alright, so we've walked all the way back here. On the camera. We walked the trail just a couple times. I always like to run it through the chip reader just to make sure before we head out of here. I think we're alright. Okay. We're out of here. Alright, so we are out of rattlesnake country and we're still on the same ridge. Time to go set up camera number 2. So let's get going. We've gotten about another mile to go and we're going to be where we want to set that up. Alright, so we're out here where we wanted to put the second camera, and there's just no sign here right now. I don't think the deer have moved up this far yet. This might be something later we come back to put a camera up. I had high hopes and a really good tree picked out from what I saw this spring, but there's just nothing up here. We can't even find a good trail right now. It's just overgrown, and we're gonna leave this, save the camera for another spot. So let's get back to the truck, get some lunch, and we'll go down to our spot on Private where he shot his buck and doe this year, and we'll set that camera up. So it's getting hot, it's muggy, and they're calling for a tornado warning, so we'll probably do that one and call it a day. But let's get out of here. We got like 3 miles to walk out of here on a 2-track though, so pretty easy. Let's get out of here. Alright, so we're back over on public. We're getting ready to jump off the hay bales into the pasture. We'll walk through the end, hang a camera up, probably right where Hagen shot his deer last year, both his buck and his doe. So for right now, I gotta get over this fence quick, and then we'll set up 2 cameras here since we only set one up on game lands. But let's get over this fence, go set these up. As you can tell, the wind's picking up. We're going to try to do this in a hurry because there is a tornado watch in effect until 9 tonight. So we're going to make this quick. Hagen's whooped. He's going to stay in the car. I'm going to run down and get this done. All right, so we're down here. This is the stand behind me where Hagen killed his buck out of last year. I was actually hanging on a saddle on the opposite side of that tree, and I had a really nice buck come right below the tree. I just couldn't get a shot at him last year. We got a trail, logging trail that goes through here. It's beat down right now because the cows are in here, but they coexist. So I'm thinking about setting a camera up on this trail, as well as one down closer to the creek. When we were in here, they were really running that. So I'm gonna get in and out of here pretty quick, but let's find a tree right here on this trail. Actually, this one right here looks perfect. So I'm gonna set a camera right here on this tree. And then I'll go down by the creek. All right, so since we're on private, I'm throwing up one of my favorite cameras. This is an 8-man. There's a little screen on here, so once you get it set up, you can preview what it's pointed towards. This one's ready to rock. We're gonna shut this one down. And we're gonna head just down over a little bit where I think maybe some are traveling by that creek. We're gonna set another camera up. And we're gonna get out of here because I can hear the thunder coming. Dang, I just fell in the mud. No way. Oh my gosh. Nice. I'll just rinse them off now. Not sponsored, but Twisted X, if you'd like to send us a pair of boots. All right, so we're down by the creek, and I found this scrape last year. I watched a couple different bucks work this scrape, so I think I'm just gonna put the camera facing this, call it a win. Get out of here and leave this camera for a couple weeks at least. All right, guys, for this setup, we're just gonna set this Moultrie cam up. This is kind of an old school one we've had for a while. And that's gonna wrap it up. We've had a busy day, put a lot of miles on, had a close call with a rattlesnake. Got a couple cameras up in a couple key spots. We're just gonna let these be for probably about a month and then come and maybe check them once. And then I'm really not too concerned about these cameras until the rut. So all the sign that I'm hunting, all the cameras that I've set up are because of sign that I either saw last year in season or sign that I found early this spring while shed hunting. So thanks for watching the video. Go ahead and click this yellow tab right here to subscribe, and hope everybody's getting as pumped up for season as we are.